proposed by what we call the RH Whittaker 5-kingdom system of classification was proposed by RH Whittaker ಅಂತನು 5-kingdom system of classification. What is the criteria for taken into consideration for classification of organisms? What we call the cell type, is a prokaryotic cell or eukaryotic cell? What is the type of nutrition and organization, and what we call the complexity of the organism, and what we call phylogenetic relationships. What is the role they play in the environment? All these are the criteria they are going to take into consideration for classification. Here, for example, complexity of the what we call them is a cell nodala complexity and nodkonda classify madtane. What we call is a complexity cell. Complexity ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಸಂಕೀರ್ಣತೆ. ಕೆಲವು what we call them is a ಸಂಕೀರ್ಣತೆ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ನಾವು what we call them is a cell ಅಲ್ಲಿ what we call prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic. ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು primitive ಆಗಿ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಇರುವಂತ ಸೆಲ್ ನ prokaryotic cell ಅಂತ ಕರೆಯೋದು. And what we call them is definite nucleus having a nucleus membrane. ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಸುತ್ತ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಕೋಶಕೇಂದ್ರ ಪೊರ ಇದೆ. ನಾವು ಕಾಲ್ them as a eukaryotic true nucleus ಇರುವಂತ ಕ್ಯಾರಿಯೋನಿಕ್ಸ್ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್. ಹೀಗೆ what we call them as prokaryotes and eukaryotes ಅಂತ ಎರಡು ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಈ prokaryotes ಒಂದು ಸಪರೇಟ್ ಕಿಂಗ್ಡಮ್ ನ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು. ಇಸ್ ದಟ್ prokaryote ಅಲ್ಲಿ what we call them as input kingdom called as ಮೊನೇರಾ. ಮೊನೇರಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಜೀವಿಗಳು ಬರ್ತವೆ? ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾ. What we call them as blue green algae and cyanobacteria. ಇವೆಲ್ಲ comes under what we call them as kingdom Monera. It is a prokaryotic organisms. ಆಮೇಲೆ next what we call them as this one of the what we call criteria they taken into consideration for classification. Next what we call them as the complexity of the cell organization. What we call them as a cell organization ತಗೊಂಡು classify ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. Cell organization ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ what we call them as cells are unicellular, multicellular are there. Some of the cells are modified into tissues, tissues are modified into organs, organs are modified into what we call them as a organ system. What we call ಒಂದು tissue ಆಗಿದೆ, cells group ಆಗಿ tissue ಅನೇಕ tissues ಸೇರ್ಕೊಂಡು organs, organs ಎಲ್ಲ ಸೇರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಒಂದು organ system ಆಗಿದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ unicellular ಮತ್ತೆ multicellular. ಈಗ what we call them as unicellular. ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಮೇಲೆ ಬರೋದೆಲ್ಲ prokaryotes. ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ prokaryotes, ಮೇಲೆ ಬರೋದು eukaryotes. eukaryote ಜೀವಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ what we call them as some of them called unicellular and some of them what we call them as a multicellular. Unicellular organisms even create ಮಾಡಿದಂತ what we call them as eukaryotes. ಎಲ್ಲ eukaryotes, they may be unicellular, they may be multicellular. Unicellular eukaryotes, they have created one kingdom what we call them as a protista. And next we call it multicellular ಬಂದಾಗ multicellular ಅಲ್ಲಿ what we call them is organisms ಅಲ್ಲಿ tissue level ಇರಬಹುದು, organs level ಇರಬಹುದು, organ system level ಇರಬಹುದು. Based on what we call them is a mode of nutrition taken into consideration. One of the what we call these are the criteria for classification. Complexity of cell operation what we call them is a unicellular and big portion or the multicellular whole portion. Whole portion ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಾಗ these are all eukaryotes. Unicellular eukaryotes and multicellular and multicellular eukaryotes they again classification ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ they are going to take into consideration of what we call the mode of nutrition. What we call mode of nutrition. Nutrition ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಆಹಾರ ಪದ್ಧತಿ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಇದೆ? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆಹಾರಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಏನು ಕೆಲವು ಸ್ವತಃ ಆಹಾರ ತಯಾರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. Those are called as autotrophs. And some of them are going to prepare their own food material. Some of them depend upon other organisms. Those are called heterotrophs. And some of the organisms which can what we call them as they depend upon dead and decaying matter for their food materials. Those are called them as saprophytes. ಹೀಗೆ ಯಾವ ಸ್ವತಃ ಆಹಾರ ತಯಾರು ಮಾಡ್ತವೆ autotrophs. ಅಲ್ಲಿ multicellular what we call them as algae and plants plant ಸೇರಿಸಬಹುದು ಅನ್ನೋದು. And next what we call them as saprophyte ಕೊಳೆತಂತ ವಸ್ತುಗಳ ಮೇಲೆ ಬೆಳೆಯುವಂತ what we call them as what we call them as fungus ಒಂದು ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ saprophytes. Fungi. The mycota ಸೇರಿಸಬಹುದು. ಆಮೇಲೆ they depend upon other organisms food ಆಹಾರಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಅವಲಂಬಿತವಾಗಿದೆ. what we call them animals they cannot prepare their own food materials. Those are called as heterotrophs. Heterotrophs. Kingdom Animalia. ಹೀಗೆ what you call this is a five kingdom system. For example, you see Malaria kingdom is created like this, and Protista, and it's called as Plantae, and this is called Mycota. Fungi is also called as Mycota, and Animalia kingdom. ಹೀಗೆ five kingdom system was arised. ಈ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಅದು ಹುಟ್ಕೊಂತು ಅನ್ನೋದು. This is what you call as a broad classification which was proposed by R.H. Whittaker. Who was the person who proposed the five kingdom system of classification? R.H. Whittaker. Now let's know about these five kingdoms. Even criteria ಮೇಲೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ವ್ಯಾಖ್ಯಾನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Taken these criteria, what called as criteria to taken into consideration. I will put it in one what called as one what called chart. Thereby you can easily notice the five kingdom system, which are the present arguments and which are the arguments that are not absent. For example, this is what you call them is we can take into criteria. What are the criteria are taken? When it's called cell, you have a cell is and what you call them is nucleus. You have the eukaryotic nucleus is some of them is cell wall, cell wall, and what you call them is some mode of nutrition. What is the type of nutrition they have? Either they prepare or they depend upon other organisms. And these are some of the criteria when we classify the organisms. Now, classify the five kingdoms. For example, you can see kingdom Monera, and which is next kingdom? We call it as kingdom Protista. Kingdom Protista. Kingdom what you call it as a Plantae. And kingdom what you call it as a Mycota fungus. Kingdom Animalia. You will have, for example, cell, which is the cell of the Monera GVS cell, prokaryotic cell. What is cell is called primitive cell. Pro means primitive, karya means nucleus. Primitive cell is one prokaryotes. What you call them as prokaryotes. Kingdoms and the different kingdoms, and this is the criteria they are taken into consideration. For example, the prokaryote, and this is equivalent level next to eukaryote. You can easily write set of points if you put it in the what you call this the chart. You can easily recognize certain points with respect to those kingdoms. Eukaryote. In all these are eukaryotic nucleus. We call them as eukaryotic. Eukaryotic. Here also you can see the word eukaryotic. Nucleus is present, but it is not a well-organized nucleus. It is not a what we call genetic materials with the form of the we call three-dimensional nuclear body. Nucleus is absent. In the case of Monera, nucleus is present in case of Protista, and here also present in case of Plantae, and this also present in case of the Mycota, and in case of this also present. This is how the nucleus is absent, present. And next because cell wall is what you call them is this cell wall ಒಂದು ವಸ್ತುವಿಂದ ಮಾಡಲ್ಪಟ್ಟಿದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು in case present it is made up of what you call them is peptidoglycan. What you call them is peptidoglycan. In case of Monera, peptidoglycan. But in case of Protista, the cell wall is some of them in the cell wall, and the cell wall is present in all, not all. In some of them, what called the cell wall is present, and that's called the some having the cell wall. In the Plantae, cell wall is present. There are cellulose. In case of Mycota, cell wall is present. In the cell wall is KT. The cell wall is absent. In case of animals, cell wall is absent. And in mode of nutrition, there are different mode of nutrition. You can see in case these are like mode of nutrition, we call them as what you call some of them autotrophs. Bacteria autotrophs, and some of them what you call them as autotrophs. They may be photosynthetic or chemosynthetic. And they what you call them as heterotrophs. heterotrophs ಇರ್ಬೋದು. And some of what called them as parasites, very children with parasites like that. So what called them as these are some of the example 12 type of nutrition. So ತಯಾರು ಮಾಡುವುದು ಬೇರೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಿರೋದು ಪ್ಯಾರಾಸೈಟ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು. And next what called them as ಇಲ್ಲಿ in come to the producer ಬಂದಾಗ you can see algae ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಮತ್ತು what called them as protozoans, unicellular algae and protozoans. And what called unicellular algae ಅಂತ you can see what called them some of them what called them ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುವಂತ ಜೀವಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ what called them as ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಕೆಲವು ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಸದಾ ತಯಾರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಆಟೋಟ್ರೋಫ್ಸ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಹ some of them what called heterotrophs. ಇಲ್ಲಿ what called some of them what called them as saprophytes ಗಳಂತ ವಸ್ತುಗಳ ಮೇಲೆ ಬೆಳೀತವೆ saprophytes. And some of them what called them as parasites also. This called them as algae that what called them some of them is what called dinoflagellates and what called them as idella comes and what called diatoms and slime molds, all these comes. And this is some of them are parasites. The parasites irbodu saprophytes autotrophs. But even all these what called plants and usually multicellular algae and plants comes under this planting in the valley idella autotrophs. So the ಆಹಾರವನ್ನು ತಯಾರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. These are what called mycota, this is called heterotrophs. So the ಆಹಾರ ತಯಾರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ heterotrophs. These are also heterotrophs. ಹೀಗೆ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ these are some of the criteria taken into consideration for classification. Kingdom Monera includes bacteria, cyanobacteria ಅನ್ನೋದು, and these are mycoplasma like organisms, thickenums and archaebacteria ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ಈ ಮೊನೆರಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತವೆ. ಪ್ರೊಟಿಸ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿ comes under what we call them algae. And protozoans, unicellular protozoans comes under plantae includes what we call lower plants and higher plants what we call including algae. Higher algae what we call them comes under this. And the mycota includes what we ಶಿಲೀಂಧ್ರಗಳು what we call them as ನೀವು ಮಶ್ರೂಮ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೇಳಿದಿರಾ ಆ ಒಂದು mycota ಶಿಲೀಂಧ್ರಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಡು ಬರ್ತವೆ. Kingdom Animalia includes both vertebrates and invertebrates. Well, this is how they classified the organisms into 5 kingdoms, which are the 5 kingdoms in Monera, in Protista, in Plantae, Mycota, and as well as the kingdom Animalia. Now, we classification. Now, let me pass on to what we call them as a one by one. Let us study what first is called as kingdom Monera. Kingdom Monera includes what we call them as prokaryotic organisms. There are prokaryotic organisms. Primitive organisms which are called them as prokaryotic organisms comes under the kingdom Monera. Monera kingdom includes what we call primitive prokaryotic organisms. Prokaryotic organisms. Primitive prokaryotic organisms comes under the what we call them kingdom Monera. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಇರುವಂತದ್ದು prokaryote. Pro means what we call them is a primitive nucleus, not bounded by definite nuclear membrane ಅನ್ನೋದು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಒಂದು ಕಿಂಗ್ಡಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೊನೆರಾ ಕಿಂಗ್ಡಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಜೀವಿಗಳು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾ ಇರಬಹುದು, ಸೈನೋಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾ ಇರಬಹುದು, what we call them is a archaebacteria ಅನ್ನೋದು, mycoplasma like organism. They are found in every habitat. They may be found in what we call them as a they can cosmopolitan ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಕಂಡು ಬರ್ತವೆ. They can found icy caps ಇರುವಂತ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ರೀಜನ್ಸ್ ಇಂದ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಡೀಪ್ ಓಷನ್ಸ್ ತನಕ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ ನಾವು ಕಂಡು ಬರ್ಬೋದು. ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಕಂಡು ಬರುವಂತಹ ಜೀವಿಗಳು. These are called very microscopic one, and there is really prokaryotic organisms comes under kingdom Monera. ಈ ಕಿಂಗ್ಡಮ್ ಮೊನೆರಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ one called them as characteristic feature is called first the primitive prokaryotic organism, and second characteristic comes the what called cell wall. Cell wall is made up of one of these what called as polymerase student. Name of the called polymer complex polymer is called peptidoglycan. That called urine is also called. They can call it as urine. Urine is also called as a peptidoglycan. This is how they can what called as a cell wall is one made up of what called urine. And it is also called as a peptidoglycan. This is one of the important characteristics. ಈ ಒಂದು ಪೆಪ್ಟೋಗ್ಲೈಕಾನ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾಡಲ್ಪಟ್ಟಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ polysaccharides as well as it is made up of what we call amino acids ಇಂದ ಮಾಡಲ್ಪಟ್ಟಿದೆ. This is another important characteristic of the kingdom Monera. Monera includes what? Bacteria ಇದೆ, cyanobacteria, and primitive bacteria is called as Archaea. ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಈ ಮೊನೆರಾ ಕಿಂಗ್ಡಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಡು ಬರ್ತದೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ we call them as another important characteristic ಅಂದ್ರೆ what is the mode of nutrition. Mode of nutrition ಬಂದ್ರೆ the predominantly what we call them is the mode of nutrition ಅಂದ್ರೆ they are usually they are absorbed, they are not having a complex organization, they are usually absorptive nature. They can absorb certain simple substance can be absorbed by their body. And usually most of them are autotrophs ಆಗಿರುತ್ತವೆ. Autotrophs they may be what photosynthetic or they may be what called chemosynthetic ಆಗಿದಾವೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು. And some of the organisms they can live as a symbiotic association with other organisms. This is what we call them as nutrition. Nutrition is absorptive. Food materials absorbed by the body ಅನ್ನೋದು. And usually these are what we call them as most of the organisms what we call them as nutrition is called them as autotrophic. Autotrophic is they can prepare their own food materials. They is what we call them as what we call them as photosynthetic ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ನೈಟ್ ಫೈರ್ ಇಂದ ಆಹಾರವನ್ನು ತಯಾರಿಸಬಹುದು. photosynthetic chemical conversion ಇಂದ they can get what we call chemosynthetic. They may be chemosynthetic. Chemosynthetics are conducted by some of the what we call them is organisms like blue green algae, which are cyanobacteria, they can found associated with other organisms in such a way that they get mutual benefit. That called a symbiotic association can also found in these organisms. So characteristic feature of what we call them is now next one the characteristic mode reproduction bandaga what is the type of reproduction? Reproduction is what we call them is mainly asexual reproduction is there. That the asexual reproduction is by means of binary fission. Asexual reproduction by means of what we call it as a simple type of reproduction where the organism can divide into two cells ಆಗಿ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Like equally divide called binary fission. Binary fission. It is by binary fission. And sometimes if there is an unfavorable condition is there, they are going to form a what you call thick wall to tide over that condition. That called endospore is formed. And during unfavorable condition again when come to the favorable condition it is going to divide by binary fission. And in case of the primitive but sexual reproduction is very primitive type where there is only the transfer of genetic material like DNA from one organism to another organism. Adalli different modes of transfer of genetic material that called there is a transformation is there. Transduction ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಕ್ರಿಯೆಯಿಂದ ಜೆನೆಟಿಕ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಒಂದು ಜೀವಿಗೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಜೀವಿಗೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. And the next one is called conjugation. These are the different methods of what we call them is a sexual reproduction, but it is a primitive type of sexual reproduction. Only transfer of genetic material is going to take place without the formation of the what we call them as a gametes. Here these are basically what we call them as a characteristic feature of a kingdom Monera ಬಂದ್ರೆ what we call primitive prokaryotic organism. The cell wall is what we call them is made up of a polymer called urine. It is made up of peptidoglycan. It is made up of what we call polysaccharides and as well as it is made up of what we call them as amino acids. And type of nutrition is absorptive nutrition can absorb certain food materials from the external environment. And some of them are autotrophs like photosynthetic and also chemosynthetic and usually what we call them as this is what we call them as in case some of them are symbiotic association only ಕಂಡು ಬರ್ತವೆ. And reproduction asexual reproduction is there and binary fission and some of them they can form an endosperm. And sexual reproduction is very primitive in nature. It is called them as by means of what we call them as transformation, transduction and as well as means of conjugation. This is how we can what we call them as a main basic characteristic features of the kingdom ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದ ಜೀವಿಗಳ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾದಂತಹ ಲಕ್ಷಣಗಳಿವೆ. ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾಸನ್ what we call them as ನಾವು ಈ ಒಂದು ಮುಖ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಯಾವ ಜೀವಿಗಳು ಕಂಡುಬರ್ತವೆ what we call them as primitive ಆಗಿರುವಂತಹ organisms like Archaebacteria ಇದೆ. Archaea ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. True bacteria ಕಂಡುಬರ್ತವೆ. And cyanobacteria are the organisms. So what we call them is mycoplasma. Mycoplasma is nothing but what we call them. These are what we call some of the smallest organisms without having a cell wall. Those are called mycoplasma. and those organisms are comes in the kingdom Monera. ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾನ ನಾವು ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾ ಯು ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. These are called archaea, very primitive bacteria. They can form during what you call them is the origin of what you call them is heart. During that what you call them is how the life existent. That during that those bacteria may be present in the very hostile environment. What you call them is unfavorable conditions ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬದುಕುಳಿಯುವಂತಹ ಜೀವಿಗಳನ್ನ those are called ಏಕಕೋಶ ಜೀವಿಗಳನ್ನ ಅರಕಿ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾ. ಈ ಒಂದು ಮೊನೆರ ಕಿಂಗ್ಡಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುವಂತಹ ಜೀವಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾನ ನಾವು ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ಶೇಪ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫೈ ದಿ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾ. ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ಶೇಪ್ ಹೌ ವಿ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫೈ ದಿ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ some of the bacteria is what you call them as a round shape like this, and these round shape bacteria what you call them as cocci. What you call them as the cocci is the name of the bacteria. Is what spherical in shape. Give an example for cocci bacteria, Streptococcus. We call them as a Streptococcus and the vertical shape of that bacteria is called round. And some of the bacteria is usually what you call rod shape like this. The rod shape bacteria called as Bacillus. The rod shape bacteria is called as a Bacillus. Bacillus thuringiensis. The name of the bacteria is called Bacillus thuringiensis. Name of it. A name is derived from the shape itself. What you call it is a round shape like coccus, rod shape like Bacillus, and some of the what you call it is comma shape like this. They call Vibrio. This Vibrio is what you call shape is called comma shape. Name of the bacteria you can see called them is a Vibrio. Cholerae is caused by which bacteria? Vibrio cholerae is called them as a Vibrio. And some of the bacteria is what you call them as spiral shape like this. ಈ ಸ್ಪೈರಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಈ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಪೈರಲ್ ಶೇಪ್ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಬೇಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಸಮ್ ಟೈಮ್ what you call this ಈ ಒಂದು ಕಾಕಸ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿ what you call this ಇದೆ ಡಿಪ್ಲೋಕಾಕಸ್ what you call this ಡಿಪ್ಲೋಕಾಕಸ್. If they are present in phase of a child like this, Streptococcus, and sometimes you can present in a cluster Staphylococcus. Like this, you can classify based on the shape of the bacteria into different types. If those having a spherical shape is called cocci, those having a rod shape is called Bacillus, and those having a comma shape is called Vibrio, and those having a spiral shape is called Phylum. If they are present in a two is called Diplococcus, if they are present in a chain Streptococcus, if they group is Staphylococcus. Like this, we classify the bacteria basically on the shape of this bacteria. Now we can see what you call them as even the bacteria they are present everywhere. They can what you call they found in the what you call them is every habitat ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಡು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ what are the different habitats they can found. And usually in case of this bacteria usually what you call them is they are the very minute organism you cannot see with your microscope, and they can be what you call the prokaryotic organisms they found in the different habitats ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಡು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. ಈಗ mode of nutrition ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು what you call them is bacteria are classified into mainly two types of bacteria is classified. One is called them as autotrophic, based on nutrition out we are going to classify the bacteria. We classify the bacteria into four types. One is called them as autotrophic bacteria, and another one is called as heterotrophic bacteria. What are autotrophic bacteria? Bacteria which can prepare their own food materials. With the help of a simple substance, they can prepare their own food materials. They can prepare the complex food substances from a simple materials like, for example, carbon dioxide and another inorganic substances. Now, they can with the help of what you call sunlight, they are going to prepare their own food materials. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಈ ಒಂದು ಈ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವು ಮತ್ತೆ ಎರಡು ತರ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಒನ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಫೋಟೋಸಿಂಥೆಟಿಕ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾ, ಅದರ ಕಡೆ ಕೀಮೋಸಿಂಥೆಟಿಕ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾ. Synthetic bacteria is a two types is called as a photosynthetic and as well as the chemosynthetic. If photosynthetic bacteria is going to use this source of light is called them as a sunlight as the source of light for the synthesis of the food materials. Then it is called them as a photosynthetic. They are going to prepare the complex food. Complex food is called they are going to prepare on using what we call the simple substance like for example carbon dioxide. In case of these bacteria, they do not use what we call the water. They use the H2S. What we call the H2S they are going to use. And they are going to prepare a complex substance in prepare ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ because carbohydrate and they usually release what we call them as a sulfur as a byproduct. Here is the byproduct in case the bacteria photosynthesis ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ sulfur is a byproduct, but in case of plants if they photosynthesis ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ this is byproduct release called the oxygen, but here what the byproduct release is called the sulfur. That called the photosynthetic bacteria. Some of them are called as a conversion of one of the chemical compounds from one form to another form. Thereby they can get the food material. They can get the energy. Those are called chemosynthetic bacteria. And next we call them as they do not prepare their own food material, but they depend upon the other organisms for the food materials. Those do not prepare their own food material, but depend upon the other organisms for food material. Those are called heterotrophic bacteria. The heterotrophic bacteria they may be what called them as saprophytic. They may be saprophytic or they may be parasitic. Saprophytic bacteria they can usually they grow on dead and decaying matter ಮೇಲೆ ಅವಲಂಬಿತವಾಗಿರುತ್ತದೆ for their food materials. Those are parasitic bacteria ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. And some of them are parasitic. They live inside the body of the other organisms. Those are called parasitic ಪರಾವಲಂಬಿಗಳು ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. They can cause so many diseases. For example, you can see plants ಅಲ್ಲಿ citrus canker ಅನ್ನೋದು disease from caused by the bacteria. Like that, in case of animals, you can see the cholera, what you call them as so many tuberculosis. So many diseases caused by what you call them as a bacteria in the body. Disease. These are parasitic. They can live inside the body of the other organism. Life cycle they can complete the life cycle in the other organisms. Those are called as parasitic. They depend upon the other organism for food material. But some of the bacteria actually what you call them as they are symbiotically associated with the other organisms. Thereby they get the food materials. There is a mutual what you call them as give and take principle is there, and what you call them as in case for example what you call them as one of the rhizobium is a bacteria that can found in the roots of a leguminous plants. Here it can fix the atmospheric nitrogen. The what you call molecular nitrogen is not taken up by the plants, but can be converted into some other forms called nitrates, and nitrates to be convert ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ what you call certain bacteria are there. Nostoc is one of the bacteria. Cyanobacteria, like these bacteria in matter, what you call them as they convert what you call them as even the molecular form of the nitrogen they convert into what you call them as a usable form convert ಮಾಡಿದ nitrates ರೂಪಕ್ಕೆ ತಂದು ಕೊಡ್ತವೆ. ಆದ್ರಿಂದ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂತವೆ. ಆ ಈ ರೀತಿಯ symbiotic association you can found in case the certain bacteria. ಈ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ mode of nutrition ಮೇಲೆ they are also classified the bacteria into autotrophic, the heterotrophic bacteria. Now, usually what you call it is a bacteria. What is the shape of the bacteria? You can see it is a rod shape. It may be corpus. What you call it is a spherical shape. Usually, bacteria having a flagella. This is the bacteria. Then what you call it outer membrane is there. Inside, you can see one more. What you call it is a cell wall is there. This is made up of a substance. What you call it is peptidoglycan. Inside you can see there is cell membrane is there that called as a plasma membrane you can found. Inside what called as cytoplasm what called is present. And here this is nucleus is what is a primitive nucleus is called as only the genetic material is present. The genetic material is not covered by bounded by means of a nuclear membrane ಇಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನೋದು. Hence is called primitive nucleus ಇರುವಂತದ್ದು. And here you can see in case this is the what you called as a plasma is present. This is the plasma is there, and what called as the ribosomes chain like look like this. Arrange what you call them is one of the what you call them is the RNA ಮೇಲೆ arrange ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು. polysomes ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. Some of the what you call ribosomes like look like this, and this is what you call them as outer membrane. What you call them as the cell wall is there, and this is called plasma membrane is there, and this is called flagellum. small what you call these lesions look like this, the papilla is present. This is called respiratory side called rhesus zone. Inner recording of the class called rhesus zone. And this is the genetic material is called, there is a three-dimensional nuclear body called nuclei. This is the what you call the structure of a bacteria. And what I even what you call there is parts you can see in case of the bacteria. Bacteria they based on what you call them as the number of flagella present. They can classified into different types of bacteria. Now classification ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ ಅನ್ನೋದು based on what you call there is a number of flagella is present. How many flagella they is having and based on that we can also classify the bacteria into different types. For example, some of the bacteria having what you call the only one flagella. This is bacteria you can see in one side of the one flagella is present called monotrichous. Flagella having only what is bacteria having only one flagella called monotrichous, and it's having what you call them as a ಎರಡು ಕಡೆನೂ flagella ಇದೆ antitrichous. Amphitrichus and ಏನಂತ ನಾವು ಆಂಪಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎರಡು ಕಡೆ ಕಂಡು ಬರುತ್ತೆ and sometimes we call them as ಒಂದೇ ಸೈಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಹಳ ಅಷ್ಟು ಫ್ಲಾಗೆಲ್ಲಾ ಕಾಣ್ತವೆ cephalotrichus ಅನ್ನೋದು and we can see present on the what you call them ಈ ರೀತಿ ಒಂದೇ ಸೈಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ number of flagella are present ಅನ್ನೋದು what you can say cephalotrichus, and if it is present on the two sides many flagella present are leucotrichus. ಎರಡು ಕಡೆ ಲೂಪಲ್ಲಿ if it what you call them as leucotrichus ಅನ್ನೋದು now based on the number of flagella we can if it is present on all over the body called them as a we call peritrichus. For example, the flagella is present on all the surface called peritrichus. Inge based on the number of flagella also we can classify the bacteria. For example, only one flagella is called monotrichus, particular amphitrichus ಎರಡು ಕಡೆ ಇದೆ amphitrichus. If a group of flagella present on one cephalotrichus, and if a group of flagella present on both the sides called them as leucotrichus. If the flagella is present on all over the surface of the body is called them as a peritrichus. Here, the based on the flagella, we classify the what you call them as a bacteria into what you call them as different types of bacteria. ಈ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾಗಳನ್ನ ಫ್ಲಾಜೆಲ್ಲಾ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ what you call them as if it is a flagella it will be mainly basically what you call them as three parts are present in the flagella. What you call basal body ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ, hook and filament. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾಗಿ this is called them as embedded in plasma membrane, that's called them as basal body and next is called them as what you call them as hook ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. next is called them as this is called them as filament. Here you can distinguish the parts of the what you call them as flagella into different parts ನಾವು distinguish ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, which are the basal body is embedded in the what you call plasma membrane. This hook is present and this is called them as a filament. If you cut the filament it can look like it's a rod shape. If it's cut this flagella is cut, it look like a rod shape. It's not a single rod shape. It's made up of one of the protein called flagellin. Flagellin on the protein ಇಂದ ಮಾಡಲ್ಪಟ್ಟಿದೆ. This is called as a structure of the what you call the flagella. Based on the structure of the flagella ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ನಾವು ಏನೇನು ಭಾಗಗಳನ್ನು ನೋಟಿಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ what is called as a basal body, and this is embedded in the plasma membrane. This is called as a hook, and next is called as a tapering, and this is called as a filament. ಹೀಗೆ ನಾವು ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ದಿ ಫ್ಲಾಜೆಲ್ಲಾ ಮೂರು ಭಾಗಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವು ಗುರುತಿಸಬಹುದು. This is regarding the structure of the flagella. Now in the next class we study about what you call them as ಈ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿರುವಂತ ಪ್ರಿಮಿಟಿವ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾ ಆದಂತ ರೆಕಿ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾ. Next one is called them as what you call them as eukaryotic ಬಗ್ಗೆ, and cyanobacteria and mycoplasma ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ details in next class let me study about those things.